I'm focused on my next. I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Oakland Raiders. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Come on, set. Send Lobo. 54, line 54. Man, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
80 weapons. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run. Watch the run. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Shit. No. Ready.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
General West. Hey, wahoo.
Looking to throw. Herbert, there's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Ready.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Back to throw. Herbert. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Check. X3, 218, chopper. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Go.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
That's going to be caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dante Pettis, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, man. Let's go.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mike 54. Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Kill.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Hey, watch that. Check. Hey, zoom. Mike 54. Hey.
Darnold now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense? It was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Got it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches. There's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that.
Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now.
And, oh, it's blocked. Oh, the Raiders have it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, 5, and all the way into the end zone, and it's 2 points. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Come on, QB, come on. Hey, Alpha. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go.
Off of play action, Darnold. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Matt Breida with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31, as his guys are back within a single score. And now the Raiders actually going to line up here to go for 2. Here's Darnold, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and with it, they're back within a field goal. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Hard. Get him. You got tight. You got tight right there. Get it.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Ready, set. Mike, 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Deuce.
On third down, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
Second and 6 at the 25-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
He was taken down by Reuben Foster. Brings up 3rd down.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
13. Raiders 10.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Watch Winter.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Play action. It's Darnold. Able to find Warner. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now it's Breida. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Now Darnold. His throw incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here's Hill on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. You draw Porter. Hey, exit. Ready?
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert, he's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge. Check 9, check 9.
On 1st down, Nixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
54, watch 54. I'm here all day.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert, rush coming, and he's taken down. Samson Abukum racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, alert 3.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A draw play for Mixon, and he is going to lose yardage here. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Matt Weil now, standing just outside his own goal line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw is Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Mott's 56. Hey, pick it. Hey, lady. Whip. No, lady. Watch the whip. Buzz. 56 to Mott, boys. 56. Check, 56. Let's go one more. Mike, 56.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Leo. Check.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. And it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Yeah. Check three. And 80.
Now it's Darnold. Taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Curtis Samuel, as the first half is winding down, and the Raiders have taken the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection.
He's got it at the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 61 yards. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Throwing on first down. Herbert. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Myers able to knock it through. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Motion. Let's go.
They run again with Breida. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
I'm coming after you.
On third down, a run from Breida. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
"51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still team spill. Y'all playing the wrong football. Take four. Bring it up.
It's Hill, complete. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
X3, 218, chop. I'm coming after you. Out. Recon, 132 fighter. Cut. Jack.
Again, it's Mixon. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. You. Check. Lolly, 64, weak. Under 10. Shoot.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played the responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
Hey, box drop.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to throw, Darnold. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. In for the score. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll run with Mixon. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Hey, switch gears. Switch. 6-6, pull it high. Kill. Undercrush. Show it. Let's go.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Elsewhere around the NFL, 3rd quarter now in Los Angeles. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Son, my lady. Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. Shoot. Check three. Here we go.
Here's Breida. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Curtis Samuel. Incomplete. Brings up third down and 13.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Don't get nervous. Tight guard. Here we go.
Third and long, it's Darnold. He's going to go for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. Back now in the East Bay, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Samson Abuka, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Max 50. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Check. Rock it. Kill. Hey, Charlie. Look at me. Zipper.
On fourth down, Herbert. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
What's up? 54, right there. 54, Mike. All right, D, let's go. All right, D.
On first down, Darnold. That'll be complete to Breida. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Hey, high 7. Mike 5-4. Ain't no 7.
Throwing again on second down. Darnold looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The Raiders on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Raiders on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Again, it's Mixon. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line. Defense crowd. Back home,
Back to throw. Herbert. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
On the handoff, this is Breida. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Move. Keep going.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Two-jet bomber. Hey, wahoo!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Going for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check right, check right.
Darnold from the gun. And that is incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
The kick by Lutz is good. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Back now on EA Sports. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. On the ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Next to score, Raiders 40, Texans 16.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because Vic...
And got his man complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. Tyreek Hill. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Hey, Alpha. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
And Darnold wants to throw the football. Shakes off the sack. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hold the look. Hold.
Faking the give, Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left, and this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That goes for a gain of 31.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Hey, seam 6.
Darnold. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 3 yards out. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Lutz good on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
He's not going to get me. Shift. X3, 218, chopper. 54, Mike, 54. Stay with your man. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Now.
On 1st down, Herbert. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 43. Recon, 132 fighter. Mike 54. 3 buzz. Hey, Delta.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Haywood. Get it.
Throwing again. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Ready? 70, Indy.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Oakland, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Texans, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad being pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell us we need more. Put the numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot. Ay, man, can't ball like this, man, Lord. Past the pig skin, when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want